Welcome to Vegan Ultra. I'm your inspiration guide, Adam Gallus, on this epic quest for health, hope, and happiness, in which I lose 150 pounds in 12 months on a whole food vegan diet while walking 3,000 miles in 1 year to prove to myself, my family, and anyone watching on YouTube that we can all become the ultra versions of ourselves if we give it a chance and are powered by plants. Today, it is part two of the Healthy Food Group series, and let me share with you the exciting science-based magic of fruit. Believe me, it's a lot more exciting than it sounds. From the Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation, funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the global burden of disease looked at decades of data from over 250,000 global sources and concluded something remarkable about a lack of fruit. Specifically, they defined low fruit consumption as less than 250 grams, basically half a pound or less. This is approximately 2.5 servings or less of fruit. And what did they conclude in terms of the global impact for disease? Well, let's take a look here. We can see overall from 1990 to 2019, it rose from about 800,000 deaths from insufficient fruit to over 1 million. And you can see here the majority of that, not surprisingly, coming from heart disease at about 830,000, ischemic heart disease 436, some stroke at 400,000, diabetes 88,000, and overall diabetes 88,000. So yes, diabetes is one of the things that fruit can prevent. So can stroke, heart disease, cardiovascular disease, various kinds of cancer, and overall death. And remember, this was defined as 2.5 servings of fruit or less. The average American eats less than 0.5. So we have this. This is a study from the British Medical Journal from 2014, meta-analysis looking specifically at the dose response. So how much can a single fruit help? Well, looking at 16 prospective cohort studies, 833,000 people, they concluded that eating a single fruit serving per day reduced all-cause mortality by 6%, while for vegetables, 5%. Now, if you recall earlier, we were looking at a meta-analysis. This is from 2021. This is looking at the nurses' health study and from the health professional study from Harvard, over 100,000 people. They concluded that 5 servings of fruit and vegetable reduced mortality risk by 13%, but that was compared to 2 servings. Remember, IHME was defining 2.5 servings or less as insufficient. What this actually means is that approximately 4.3% mortality reduction per serving, which is pretty much what this dose response study found, where a single fruit 5 to 6%, up to 5, above 5, not significant benefits. And this is what they found here as well. Now, if you remember from yesterday, looking at the study on spermidine and aging, 6 servings of fruits and vegetables. Similarly, 6 servings a day of greens is what Dr. Esselstyn recommends for his heart patients. The reason that 5 or 6 servings seems to be the sweet spot, these are the kinds of studies that back up those claims. So what does this actually mean? Well, it means that I was wrong the first time I did this in terms of the dose response, as we just saw. 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, actually 22% reduction in all-cause mortality. And based on new data from the spermidine study yesterday, it now appears that around 5.1% reduction in mortality, statistically speaking, is approximately a 1 year longer life. So 4 to 5 extra years of life by eating 5 servings of fruits and or vegetables. Remember, actually, fruits slightly stronger effect on mortality risk. Okay, but what does that actually mean? How much is basically 1 serving of fruit? 1 serving of fruit is about 1 cup. Well, let's take a look at what 1 cup of something simple, apples, something that takes absolutely no preparation. Well, 1 cup of raw apples, 65 calories, and is 125 grams. Okay, well, here is 125 grams. This is approximately 1 pound, 5 servings of apples, just 325 calories. Look at that fiber and surprising amounts of iron and calcium. This is actually more absorbable iron than in beef, and packed with potassium, with a potassium to sodium ratio of about 100. Remember, 2 plus is the sweet spot. So apples, wonderful. But you might be wondering, how much is a pound of apples? Well, let's take a look at Walmart. $1.29 a pound. Okay, but what if you want organic? Well, we have organic where it's $1.48 a pound, meaning that, okay, so to eat a pound, 5 servings of apples per day costs about $40 a month. Now, let me put this in context. As we just seen, fruit reduces the risk of diabetes, stroke, heart disease, is also been shown to be protective in terms of spermidine for things like anti-aging as much as 6 years, and eating 5 servings per day, around 4 to 5 extra years of life on its own. Now imagine if Johnson & Johnson came out and said, we have a drug that can cause you to lose weight, like these obesity drugs, but also cuts your risk, slashes your risk of diabetes, heart disease, stroke, cancer, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and can help you live 4 to 5 or even 6 years longer. In fact, it can reduce your biological age by as almost 6 years. Well, the obesity drugs cost $1,000 to $2,000 a month, and they can't keep up with demand. Well, here is the science-based magic of fruit for $40 a month. Nature's gift to all of us for a much better life. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video to help other people find it on YouTube, and consider trying a Blue Zone vegan diet. It's helped me to lose 85 pounds in 20 weeks, on my way to 150 pounds in 1 year, while becoming the healthiest, happiest version of myself. And it can help almost anyone become Captain America version of yourself if you give it a chance and are powered by plants.